Today I've decided to do a double brew day, which I've never done. I haven't done for a while. But what I've got some. Let me show you. I got some more. I picked some of these hops. Just basically picked the low level ones here by my underpants and to get them out of the way of the line. So I picked 350 grams there, which is equivalent to 70 grams of dry Challenger, and about another 250 odd there. So those are going to be the bittering hops. These are going to be the whirlpool in the last 10 minutes. Got 5 kilos of mouse otter. I'm going to shove a bit of crystal in with it to get a bit of sweetness. I'm going to mash at 64 degrees. Yeast. And what is it? Yeah, ferment at, I don't know, about 19 degrees for about a few weeks with SO4. And that's it. I'll show you that next as well. My Challenger IPA recipe. As I said, it's going to be 5 kilos of mouse otter. What I've got left of my crystal malt, crystal malt. I'm going to stick the equivalent of 70 grams of Challenger bittering, and then the equivalent of 25 grams of in the whirlpool, and 25 for the last 10 minutes. I'm also going to stick a World of Flock tablet in there. I've got some Burton. I've actually found some Burton ale yeast, which I have used some Mangrove Jack's Burton yeast in there, which I had knocking around in the cupboard. It's nice. I think it's a good yeast to use for this type of style. Obviously, I say it's an English IPA, so I got an ABV of 6.3%, which is bang in the middle. It's quite handy, really. Chucking 5 kilos in there, ABV there. Colours, slightly low, but it's supposed to be a pale ale. Bitterness is right up to the max. It may come down, but if it goes a little bit higher, I can just leave it a little bit longer and we'll be fine. And the ABV is about right as well. Pretty simple recipe. I'm going to be mashing nice and low. Oops, something's crashed. We're mashing nice and low at about 64 centigrade. I'm going to do a mash out. That's about it, really. The recipes, I'm going to lots of acid additions to stick in, but I stuck the same addition as I did before. So excuse me if you can hear a lot of fan there. I think it's doing a bit of work here. But that's the recipe. So this might be part 2 of my brew day today on a Saturday. I have got my Dibble beer here. It's just aerating up. It's going to go in the fridge in a second, and I'm just about to start mashing in my grains for my wet hop IPA, and that will be going soon. I'm not going to show you me mashing it in. It's going to be mashed for an hour at 40 centigrade, and that's 64 centigrade. That's as good as you need to know, really. Exactly the same as the last video. Right, let's get going. So I've just hit the ball. I was going to stick my first load of hops in. Let's get in. This is 350 grams of Challenger. So it's getting a bit late. Got a bit dark again, I suppose. I'm just doing the last 5 minutes of the. Okay, so I just finished the boil now. Gonna chill down below 80, and get this beer into a fermenter, which is over there somewhere. Down there. There it is. Anyway, let's get this chilled down and get moving. So I'm going to chill down to 50, down to 80, and then pop. What's the word? Pop that last bit of hops in, which are down there. Well, the brew day seemed to. Well, obviously I decided yesterday to do 2 brew days instead of one. Halfway through, I had the time, and I don't know how the weeks are going to pass by because there's all sorts of things going on. And well, I mean, with obviously just doing the wet hop brew, spur of the moment, but a good idea. Less hops to chuck into to dry and to process, so it worked out well. Obviously the beer's smelling good. It smells fine. I had a quick taste of it, and the sweetness and the bitterness, it seems to be okay. Obviously the sweetness will go down and the bitterness will come more forward as it ferments out, as the sugars ferment out. Bibble, I'm just actually aerating it here again. It's well, the bibble clone I made. That went well as well. I think the main reason I managed to get to it yesterday is because I've just about managed to crack my chilling on this Braumeister. I would recommend, if you're going to looking at getting one of these systems, that you look at the cooling, because if for example you're on a water meter, you're going to have to look at recirculating water, because you're just not going to be able to afford the amount of water that you waste by with the actual cooling shield. So yeah, 2 options. One would be to make yourself a core like I've done, get a counterflow chiller on there, or plate chiller. I've seen a lot of people doing that. It's a slight caveat. One reason I wouldn't like to use a counterflow or a plate chiller is because I want to keep all my trub and everything in the boiler. I leave all that behind to go forward with my brews. From talking to friends and people who do brewing, I've got a lot of people who do no chill, and it's good. I mean, I don't, but myself, I like to see nice clean beer going into the fermenter. It obviously, later down the line, it obviously helps a bit more. So some stats from yesterday. I hit my target in respect of original gravity. I think, well, when I say hit, I was actually 1 point out on both of my brews, then was 1 point lower. I think what's happened is what I'm doing, I'm actually estimating a little bit up on my brew house efficiency, so I might just lower it down by 1% to actually just perhaps even it out. But it's looking good. I think I use a beer smith obviously to get my figures, and that it just, I mean, there are a few things about the way you do your mash. Like normally I do a mash and I always sparge, but sometimes a few weeks ago I did a mash and I didn't stir the grains enough and I didn't sparge much, and the efficiency went down. And also I noticed that yesterday I did maybe a 3.5 kilo batch, and I did a 5.2 kilo batch, and the efficiency, the mash efficiency, came down on the higher batch. I think just because the there's so much more grain to actually get mashed. The efficiency always does go down. I think that's unknown really in most home brewers. But it is only down a little bit. I think I had something like 69% efficiency on the IPA I made, and I had something like 72% efficiency on the double clone. Slightly out, but that's good. I'm thinking. Sorry, mash efficiency. Sorry, that was brewhouse efficiency. So the mash efficiency was about 80% average, and the brewhouse efficiency was about 70% average for both of the brews. In respects of cooling was really good. Just spoke about that a bit more, but coming back to that now. I'm getting it down to, it's chilling down to about 19 degrees within half an hour now. I was sitting around for almost an hour and a half before waiting for it to come down, and then it didn't actually get down to anything reasonable. It just still got down to about 24 maybe. So that's saved me water and saved me time. More time to make more beer in a day if I need to. And that's about it. I just noticed on the IPA actually, the yeast I put in was out of date on March 2016. It was a kind of like a Burton Ale yeast. So I've just given it a very good aeration. I think it still looks viable, but very good, lots and lots of aeration. So if any of the yeast cells in there, obviously you get more yeast cells as it grows older. So give it a very good airing so the yeast can actually multiply and get nice and big and really chew into that wort. It obviously needs to. It's about 6.9% ABV, I think it'll be. And USO5, I'm just aerating it here. It's been a bit sluggish. Normally it's going within 24 hours, but I think it is fermenting, but it's just not got its krausen yet. It's just building itself up. And that's about it. In the future, tastings. I think the IPA is going to take maybe about a month and a half, and needs good time to ferment and a good time to condition. Double clone, going to be done 4 weeks. So looking at the end of October, that will be good. Looking forward to that. Be interesting to see what the oats do, and that's about it. I'm not going to waste your time anymore. I'm expecting this video has been done in 2 parts, but hope you all have hope you're all fine, and goodbye. And please like, subscribe and share. Right, bye bye.